So I just got finished watching We Are the Braxtons and Good. And I'm annoyed. Like, Braxtons, all of the Braxton clan, please let this be your final season. Just go on ahead, pull the plug. It's done. It's a sinking ship. It's been a sinking ship. So many people are like, I'm not understanding why it's even coming on. I don't watch it, but they do watch my review. All of the rest of like, listen, I'm trying so hard to not let this go left, but it's just, we're already in what? This was episode what? 5 maybe? Next week is the season finale? Bitch, get the fuck out of here. Like, for Tamar's docuseries, I can understand because it was a docuseries. So, of course, that is going to be long, drawn out, 18, 19, 20 episodes of a season. I totally got that. It would seem to me if Corona happened and the world was shutting down right as this was doing whatever, like, don't y'all think the smart thing to have done would have just pulled the plug on it and be like, well, you know what? I'm not satisfied with what I see. I'm not satisfied with this season. It's cute, whatever the case may be. We're just going to put a halt on it until the world opens back up again. And then that way we can have more of a season to really give the people. Like, because the only thing that changed was Trina got married. Other than that, what's changed? Tracy's still mad and bitter. Mama Evelyn's still mad and bitter. Tony only films to be around the sisters whenever she has the time or will she feel like it. What's changed? What's changed? It's like 7 years of the same damn bullshit. And I'm just over it. Like, y'all, I'm going to go on ahead and finish it out, especially since next week is the season finale. Fine, whatever. But after this, I'm no longer dealing with the Braxton family values. Y'all saw I didn't even do last week's episode, and I'm not going to do last week's episode because to let Scotty tell it, it won't nothing but them just FaceTiming with each other. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, that's my whole point. Like, why are we still sitting here settling for the BS? For what? What's the point? And what's the purpose? I feel like because we watch the show, we actually have a right and we actually have a say-so on whether we want to watch the shit or not. Like, if I was y'all and they decide to bring it back out for a whole 8th season, y'all better jump on a bandwagon like me. I'm not like, I didn't take no notes. There was nothing to talk about. Nothing. Nothing. There's nothing to talk about. Nothing. Like, Sean wants to propose to Tawanda, so he goes to talk to Daddy Braxton, and Daddy Braxton said fine. Moving on from that. Tracy during the counseling session, not taking any responsibility or any type of ownership for the part that she played in that whole debacle that went down at Trina's wedding. Moving on from that. Mama Evelyn was around her canasta club. They were sitting around there playing Biz Wiz down to Shady Pines Retirement Village. And 5 out of the 6 girls caught COVID other than her. Okay, moving on from that. What else happened? Tracy, but Tawanda goes to see Tracy while she's in D.C., that whole thing annoyed the living hell out of my spirit and my soul because this is what bothers me about Tracy. And I'm just going to say it. And y'all know I love me some Tracy. And because I love her and I like her down, I feel as though I could say this to her in good conscience. Tracy, you need to grow up. And listen, you said it yourself. You're not only your mother, you a grandmother of 2 grandkids. At this point, Tracy, when do you find it prudent to say, fuck you, I don't care what you think about me, it is what it is. But I'm going to be real with you, Tracy. I think a lot of this stuff that you done came up with, it comes up in your head, Tracy. I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. You just act real childish for no reason. I.e., with this whole thing about the crabs. If you didn't want to make crabs and she FaceTimed you and she asked you that, instead of you saying, oh, I'm going to surprise you, you just should have told the truth. Girl, I don't want no crabs. I don't want no crabs. I don't want to eat no crabs. And I sure don't want to cook no crabs. I don't want no crabs in thine house. Now, we could come up with another menu, but I don't want no crabs. Like, if I don't want to do something, I'm not going to fucking do it. And I'm not going to put it in your head to make you think when you come that that's what it's going to be. Because that's not what I want. So then she comes over. She's expecting crabs. But you run around here making soul food. Now you want to sit up your confessionals like, well, this is part of the boundary right here. If I don't want to do something, you're not going to make me do something. So why are you still asking me about the crabs? Bitch, why didn't you tell her that you weren't going to make them stinking ass shits when y'all was on FaceTime with each other? Like, that's the type of thing that I'm talking about with Tracy. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Then when she talked to Trina about what happened down to the wedding, she completely backpedaled the coochie popped in the handstand, go sit up and say Olivia didn't tell her what them... First of all, what does these women gain by lying on a child? And even if that was the case, and you keep telling Trina, talk about, well, it was your day. I didn't want to upset you. I didn't want to make it about me. But you did. Every minute that you got to make it about you, you did. You did. I mean, are we not seeing the same thing when she was sitting down at the table with Miss Wanda? She was sitting there drunker than the Cooter Brown, got her stinking ass booze and breath all up in Miss Wanda's face, talking about how nobody respects me. Nobody respects me. Girl, this ain't about you. Why are you making it about you? Then you get down to Tamar, how Tamar set her chair down and was playing with her head. Listen, whatever happened, I don't know what happened because the cameras wasn't there. For all we know, Tracy, that could have very well happened. But I just don't think that it did. I don't think that it did. Because Tamar's story never changed. She only went back there to go and change her damn shoes. And the minute that you saw her, you started going off on her. And that was when she came to ask you, well, what's wrong? What was said? What did I do? I just came back here to change my shoes. Her story never changed. Girl, what else happened on this tad ass episode? Tracy and Trina talk. Tracy and Tawanda talk. Sean and Daddy Braxton talk. Trina and Mama Braxton talk. The girls come down to be with Tony for a week. They have to quarantine for 3 days before they can even see her. Tony flew in Mama Braxton so that she could cook for the girls. Feeling like her home cooking is somehow gonna bring them all together. Yeah, that's all I got, and I ain't got no more to give you, girl. And if y'all was expecting a big production and, oh, I was so happy to see it back, girl, I'm not. I was just annoyed the entire time. I was fiddling around in my phone. I was pulling the L Teddy, looking at all of the cabinets, the cupboards, the corners, looking for cockroaches and rats to strip search them for a fuck to give because I didn't have it. I don't have it. And then to find out next week is the season finale, I'm gone, y'all. Bye.
What you're giving, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in the business.